Hi, my name is Christina and I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf. And it's that time again, everybody. It's a book tag time. Today I am doing, let me pull up my notes because you guys know me too well. Finally Fall Book Tag. This was created by, I'm probably going to say the name wrong, Alina from Tall Tales. And I will leave the original link down below. I will also leave the link to Stephanie's Rom Book Talk, who tagged me to do this. So down below there will be those two links so you can go and watch Stephanie's and the original. I love fall because fall means that winter is right around the corner, and winter is my favorite season. You get fireplaces and snuggling and hot cocoa and just all sorts of wonderfulness. Plus, bug levels down. My allergies aren't bothering me. I generally don't have any sinus infections in the wintertime. It's like heaven, and it's so close. Let us begin this, shall we? And yes, I've written down the questions and I wrote down my answers to try to spread it out because my mind kind of works in what I'm getting ready to read and what I recently read. And I want to spread that out to stuff I read, over the years. I got back into reading, I want to say like 2011. That's not right. I don't know. It's been years, but not too long. Like, I haven't even been a decade. Let's do this. In the fall, the air is crisp and clear. Okay, I probably should have said this beforehand. I have, for the most part, MF books and then books that cross over the spectrum to the LGBT side. Since I read both, I've included both. Number 1, in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. In the MF world, I have done The Decimation of May and The Salvation of Daniel, both by D.H. Sidebottom. Holy crap. If you want dark, twisted, just absolutely horrible, but anything she writes is just this tragic wonderfulness. And I hate kind of to say wonderfulness, because if this was a real life scenario, and it is, but it's escapism, and it's dark and dirty and grimy and very, very vivid. In the LGBT world, I put When Heaven Strikes by Effie Feely Jr. I can't even begin to tell you how wonderfully magnificent that book was. Just the descriptors and so much symbolism. Like in high school, I hated reading something and they would be like, what does this symbolize? What does the blue curtain symbolize? And I'd be like, man, it's a blue curtain. Nobody cares. Now I'm all about symbolism and metaphors and what does this actually mean? What does this here stand for? And there's so much greatness. When Heaven Strikes by Effie Feely Jr. Oh my gosh. Number 2, nature is beautiful, especially when the leaves are turning and the bugs are dying. Yes. Oh, look at that. So it says nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. In the MF world, I picked the entire Impossible series by Julia Sykes. Every book, there is something just heavy. There's nothing light and fluffy and fun when it comes to Julia Sykes. Now, by fun, I mean like a carefree spirit within the book. Maybe towards the end, when characters are kind of finding their place, figuring themselves out, things are, finally coming together. But the main topic of the books are dark, sinister, evil. I can't even, and you're like, Christina, why do you read this? Because her writing is so good. In the LGBT realm, I put No Regrets by Nikki James. If you've watched my review of this, I say that it is a book about living and life. But the main topic of the book is brain cancer. I think that's a pretty heavy topic. Fall is back to school again. All right, you guys are welcome. Number 3, fall is back to school season. Nonfiction book that taught you something new. In the MF world, the All Souls trilogy. If you have not read this, yes, it's fantasy. Deborah Harkness is a history professor. She's pretty much been everywhere that this book takes place, minus the time period, because in Shadow of Night they time travel back. I think it's to the 16th century. 16th or 17th, now I can't remember. But obviously she wasn't there for that. But Deborah Harkness is a brilliant, brilliant woman. And when she put this book together, this series, oh my gosh, just the history, the knowledge, her experience, everything went into this. And it's just this, I can't even begin to tell you how great this series is. I met her, I about died. It was so awesome. You have to read it. In the LGBT community, anything and everything Tal Bauer. Things that we're seeing today are happening in the books. And things he's already written, he's like a freaking, I don't know, Nostradamus or something. Because he's written this wonderful thing of nonfiction. I just realized that this said nonfiction, and I've been telling you guys about fiction books. So obviously I do need to go back to school again, but we're just gonna and do fiction books that taught you something. Number 4, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Or coffee and rum shata or a creamer. That keeps you warm and sane. But name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be part of. In the MF world, I would like to be part of the Collins family, which is Marie Carr's Wild Irish series. Like every day of the week is in there, and there's this little Irish poem that goes with it. Like Sunday, I remember vividly, is Any Given Sunday, and it's an MMF book. And I want to be in this family because there's 7 kids, and it's all their relationships, how they came about. We have MFM, MMF. If I remember properly, there's, I think, some light BDSM, but that might be from a different series of Marie Carr's. I can't remember now. But each child's story is unique. The mom died years ago, so it's just the dad, but he is this wonderfully amazing man that just wants his children to be happy. As long as they're not breaking the law, he just wants you to be happy. And Any Given Sunday was one of the first little morsels into the MM world that I read. Because like I said, it's MMF, and just, it's this beautiful little story. I loved all of them, but that's the one that really resonated with me and stuck out with me, and I want to be in that family. In the LGBT world, I want to be with the group of friends and the family that make up the Fated Heart series by Amy Nicole Walker. Those people are a blast, full of love, charisma, just sarcasm, humor, smartasses. Like, I totally fit in here. I am ready to jump into the Fated Heart series and be a part of the group. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show a pile of fall-colored spines. Okay, let's put some of these together. I think that Fagin's Boys would make a good fall-colored spine. And these beautiful books by E. Davies, because it's kind of like the trees that are changing colors. And then, got a lot of brighter colors in here. Oh, you know what? I think the veranda would be a good one that would kind of go in there. And then Under a Sky of Ash would be a good one that would kind of go in there for fall colors. And what else do we have? This whole series here, what is it? Fae Out of Water? Is that what the series name is? Yeah. I saw, what was it? Cutie and the Beast while I was at GRL, and a wonderful woman by the name of Amelia, and I can't remember her last name, who works for Riptide, said, you need the whole series. So I bought the whole series. I'm gonna read these because I think this is fantastic. But I think these add to it because, I mean, here's your original, and obviously these are not in order of how things change. And now I'm gonna have to put my books back. There's some fall colors for you. That was kind of fun. I love colors. Number 6. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. For the MF world, I did Tap Dancing with the Devil by Faith Gibson because Ryan is freshly out of prison and he's telling you a story. He's telling you the backstory of how he became imprisoned. He was a cop, he was framed, and now he's set out for revenge. Oh, it was so good. In the LGBT world, I picked Colt from Of Gods and Monsters by Wolfranco Godluck because it starts out with him talking to you. He's telling you the story. Another book that I had on here that I crossed off because it was another mainstream book and I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to, is The Book Thief. It's narrated by Death, which I found creepy at first, but then very, very beautiful. So immensely beautiful. And I got this wrong. Picture that. Number 7, The Nights Are Getting Darker. Share a dark, creepy read. Okay, for the MF world, I did the Twist Me series by Anna Zares. Oh my gosh. When I first started reading that, I had no idea what I was getting into. The only thing of hers that now I can't remember which one I read first. I think I had read the Chronicles first, which is a sci-fi series of hers, and it's one of my absolute favorite sci-fi series ever. I freaking love it. So I had no idea what I was getting into with the Twist Me series. It's very much dark. Escapism for the reader. Oh my gosh. So good though. In the LGBT world, it's dark and it's creepy, but it's not like, I was gonna say it's not demented, but it kind of is. Puppet Boy by Christian Baines. Definitely not a romance by any means, but it has to be one of my favorite books that I read this year. Kind of blew my mind. Just these circles and the foreshadowing and everything else that is in this book, and it still sets you up at the end for holy shit, Christian. I loved it. The Days Are Getting Colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. In the MF world, I have the Holiday Novellas by Susan Mallory. I love her Fool's Gold series so much. And I think the Holiday Novellas are like the piece de resistance when it comes to these. Like, I love the stories, but every year I look forward so much to those Holiday Novellas. And one of hers is actually being turned into a Hallmark movie. So I'm totally looking forward to that this year, to be able, I've read the book and now I'm going to see the movie, and I'm hoping that they just catch that essence of just magically, I don't know what Susan Mallory puts in her books, but I love them. In the LGBT world, Dreamspun Desires, like that whole series is trope fantastic. It's trope-tastic. There we are. That whole series is trope-tastic. And they're not very long. So they're very quick, very easy reads, fun, just, I don't know. I think whoever thought of doing that at Dream Spinner Press, kudos to you, because it was a brilliant idea. Elliot Cooper writes some really fantastic short stories, and I love to sit down and read them. The Castaway Prince by Isabel Adler, was a very good short story to wrap up in a blanket, get yourself something to drink, put the fire on, do whatever you have to do to get comfortable, and then read The Castaway Prince. It's so good. Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you like to return to. Oh, name it. I'm sorry. I can't read my own handwriting. Okay, fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. This one I did not break up. Just Harry Potter. My daughters have started reading the series, and one is on the 5th book and one is on the 7th book. And now I really want to start at the 1st book and reread the series once again, just because them talking to each other about it, talking to me about it, rewatching movies, I really want to go back and read Harry Potter. And I'd like to immerse myself back into the wonderful world of Cassandra Clare. I've had Lady Midnight, I don't even know where I put it, it's in there. I've had Lady Midnight forever. I went to a book signing and met Cassandra Clare, and I've just gotten so involved in this YouTube channel and promoting all my indie and small pub authors that I just have put these other things aside, and I really want to get back into the world that Cassandra Clare has made. So bad. Lady Suzanne just came out with a new book, and for some reason the name of it, where's my phone? I'm gonna look it up. The name of it has left me. But since she has started the series, I've read the series, the Nexus series, so many times. If you like BDSM, the stories are short reads, but good, with a lot of emotion and realism. Yeah. So let me, real quickly,
I just brought the one up. Go me. That's how I roll.
Pernicious. Okay, that's the name of the new one. Pernicious is the Nexus book 5. I will be buying it on payday, and it's going to be something that I will reread. The whole Nexus series is something that I love to go through and reread. And then I didn't write all of question 10 down. I just wrote cozy reading accessories. Oh, that's really sad. I feel like I jilted myself and all of you guys. I will have the actual questions all the way here, the ones that Stephanie said, because I'm pretty sure I shorted some of these. But my cozy reading accessories. Obviously my reading device, whether it be book, Kindle, tablet, a cup of something. It can be a glass of wine, a cup of water, tea, coffee with rum chata in it. Just something to drink. As the weather is getting cooler, a blanket. Stephanie mentioned a Snuggie. I have a Mickey Mouse one that I use for reading in the wintertime. And I bought a lounger when we moved into our house, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out in my room with my Snuggie on my lounger. I'm also looking forward, because last winter was so mild I didn't get to do this, and this winter is looking very promising, to laying on my belly on the floor in front of the fireplace and reading. Those are my cozy accessories. Oh, and slippers. You have to have slippers. Even if you're wrapped up in a blanket, like, you still have to have slippers. And that was the Finally Fall book tag. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, I'm gonna ask that you give me a like, leave me a comment. I love to interact with all of you guys, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I try to get stuff for you guys out every Sunday through Thursday. Sometimes I miss a day, and generally I never know what time things are going to get out. And that is the magic of the subscribe button, is that you will get a notification when I have something new for you. If you like me and think this chick's pretty awesome, down below I'm gonna leave my Facebook page and my Twitter. If you have a book or an arc you'd like me to read, you request via website. I hope you enjoyed this book tag. I have found so many more here recently, and I'm excited to bring them to you.